Hello, welcome to Long Beach City College Concussion Education and Policies and Procedures. We are going to go over just some training room rules and then talk about concussions, watch a short video, and then we be done. So first thing is the staff. There are 3 athletic trainers on staff, myself, Megan, Mary, and Randy. Our mission is always to prevent injuries. Obviously, we know injuries are not all preventable. They do happen, especially in contact sports. But that is always our goal. We want to optimize health and fitness to assist you in moving forward, whatever that is for you. We are your advocate. We're here for you to give you the best guidance we can and to be an advocate when you can't, even for yourself. Our hours right now for the training room are a little bit variable. We do not have set times, especially as games go later. We may be coming in later, so not too sure. But you will be making appointments, so you will know when we are available. Practice times. If you need to get taped prior to practice, make sure that you are leaving enough time, whether that's 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, however much time you need, whether you need to get dressed first, after, or your entire team needs to get taped, whatever it is that you need and to make sure that there's enough time. We are not responsible for you being late to practice. We are not taping at practice. If you are any other team but football, we do not tape at practice. And for football, we only tape hand, wrists, fingers at practice. Everything else gets taped in the training rooms. Eval, rehabs, treatments all happen in the training rooms as well. The treatment center. Just decorum, Long Beach City College and the 3C2A are our governing bodies. So we basically implement those rules and we have our own rules. Just be respectful and courteous of everybody in the training room. There are 500 of you and everybody's trying to, make an appointment, use the training room, do what they need to do and move forward. If you are in the training room being disrespectful or on your phones, not doing what you're supposed to do, then things don't move as smoothly, and we have to take the time to handle those situations. So just be respectful, be courteous, know that, there's not that many appointment times to the amount of athletes. No profane language, taunting, making inappropriate gestures or nonverbal signs, no cleats, no cussing, no cell phones. Cell phones need to stay in your backpacks, in your car, wherever. If you need to bring your cell phone in, you can leave them in the red bins as soon as you walk into either training room, W or Q. There have been some HIPAA violations of people using their cell phones, posting others' treatments in the training room. So please be aware that this cannot happen, and there are no cell phones in the training room. No backpacks. So making sure that you're leaving your backpacks outside of the training room, whether they are in a locker outside of W and or outside of Q in the bin. The safest place is probably locked somewhere in your personal locker and or locked in the trunk of your car. The lockers outside of W do not have locks. So if you plan on bringing your backpack or going to treatment times, make sure that you're bringing your own lock and locking your backpack in, and then taking it with you when you go. Appointment times, you can email us, call us, or come in personally to make an appointment. Do not, see us at a game or at practice and say, hey, can I come in at whatever time? We don't have the appointment sheet up. We don't know, what times are available. The length of the appointment depends on the injury. We'll talk to you about that when you make the appointment. Frequency, you may start out coming every single day, depending on the injury, and or, back off to 2 times a week. No show or late. If you are no show and or late for multiple times and you don't let us know, you will get a strike, and 3 strikes, then we have to stop scheduling appointments and schedule something with your coach to determine your treatment later, your future treatment. So if you are going to no-show, or you can't make it, or you're going to be late, just let us know. Call, whatever it is, just let us know. The athletic training staff will determine your treatment. Just because your friend got one treatment or your teammate got a certain treatment doesn't mean you're going to be getting the same treatment. So know that, we will determine your treatment. Every injury is different. Confidentiality, we do talk to your coaches about your injuries. We send them injury reports, whether it's weekly or daily. Your coaches will know your injuries, so we do talk to them about it. No shower, no treatment. Please note that if you are coming after practice, you need to shower. If you're coming after a PE class, you need to shower. Whenever you're coming into the training room, especially if you've had something prior, you need to make sure that you're showering beforehand. Game days. There are no treatment on game days. You must be cleared prior to game days. So game days are meant for us to just be focused on the game itself. We have to get prepared. We have to get ready. There are certain aspects to our day that are different. So we do not do treatment on game days. Athletes must be cleared prior to game day. So if you roll your ankle, you disappear for a week, and then you come and say, hey coach, I'm cleared for the game, but you're on our injury list, you will not be playing that day. Do not disappear. Make sure that you have full communication with your athletic trainers and your coaches. And we do not clear on game day. You must be taped in the athletic training rooms or the field house prior to warm-up. Strict taping schedule will be posted according to position for football. If you are basketball or soccer, you could be getting taped either on the court or on the field, depending on what athletic trainers are working that day. But other than that, typically you are getting taped in the athletic training rooms. Football, you're getting taped in the field house out at the stadium for game days and or at the host site wherever you are. Make sure that you come at your time specified for your position. If you end up coming later, you make everybody else late. So we will not be taping you if you are coming out of your time. Do not come late. We were not responsible for you being late to warm up. Equipment checkout. If you are checking out equipment, please note that you must return that equipment either after you're no longer using it or once the season is over. If you do not return that equipment, you will be placed on a Code 7 hold, which could affect your eligibility. If we say that here's your ankle brace, we don't need this ankle brace anymore, this is yours to keep, you can keep it. If you get equipment from a different school because you got hurt while visiting another school, make sure that you give that equipment to the athletic trainer, us, at LBCC, so that we can return it to the proper school. Concussions. So a lot of people at this point know what a concussion is, the signs and symptoms, what to expect. So we'll go over a little bit. Concussions are not all the same, as we well know, and they are still being researched. We can only use the amount of tools that we have, and there's no tool that will say, yes, you have a concussion, or no, you do not have a concussion. They're just a bunch of different tools that we use to determine what we can. We are very conservative with concussions. There is second impact syndrome, and second impact syndrome is when you sustain a concussion and do not fully recover from a concussion, and you end up getting another concussion. At that point, if your brain hasn't fully healed from the first concussion, it may not return. So what that means is you can have permanent brain damage or death. And that is second impact syndrome. And that is what our entire goal is to prevent. So that first concussion, we're very conservative. Typically concussions heal within a week, but that doesn't mean that they will heal within a week. It could take months or it can take days. It really just depends on the athlete, the outcome of the athlete, the injury itself, and really how well the athlete works with their athletic trainers. Some signs and symptoms of a concussion: headache, amnesia, confusion, loss of consciousness, sensitivity to light or noise, just not feeling yourself. Maybe you're sleeping more, or you're unable to fall asleep. These symptoms don't necessarily come on right away. They can come on days later, hours later. Just recently, we had an athlete who got injured and didn't realize, felt kind of weird, but totally tried to push through, and later that night ended up throwing up and feeling well. So signs and symptoms of a concussion can also be very relatable to signs and symptoms of another injury or dehydration. So, maybe you don't know that your teammate didn't eat that day or didn't sleep that night, but they just feel a little off. Please let us know. Let us make that determination. Let us talk to them. A lot of times it's just finding out that they haven't eaten that day, which is, we're also here to help. So please let us know in any case. Any questions you may have about concussions themselves are all located on ATS. We have a lot of concussion information under the e-files page. You can pull up this information on that page at any point in time under your profiles. So what do you do if you think that you have a concussion? Don't try to hide it. Let us know so that we can take care of the first concussion, so we don't have to then prolong those symptoms. Not taking care of that concussion immediately can have a prolonged healing process. We do have a concussion protocol that we go through. Typically, it lasts, anywhere from a few days to a few weeks, just depending on the athlete themselves, the injury, and again, how well they're working with their athletic trainer. We also are going to be your advocate for school. So if you have a concussion, if you sustain a concussion, whether it be in a car accident or on the field, we are the ones that you will see. We communicate with DSPS, and they are an entity on campus that helps work with us and your teachers, and making sure that you're getting the accommodations that you need for school. Do not try to push through. Please let us know so that we can get you all the help that we possibly can. And now we're going to watch a video, and depending on what sport you are, we will show you the video. So hang tight.